Hey!
Hello, my loves. Hello, and welcome to a normal everyday mukbang. Not the kind where you eat until you're sick or eat way too much, but just the kind where we have our dinner with you
Yeah.
online. And this is what we're having tonight. I'll show you the boxes shortly. But do you want to do your usual hellos, Mr. B?
Yeah, well, just welcome one and all. Saturday night in our kitchen having a mukbang. The last time, of course, we were at the barn, so we didn't do a mukbang. So it's been a good long while, hasn't it?
It's been 6 weeks.
It's been 6
I
weeks.
think since we actually did a mukbang.
Shout
I
outs
think it has.
to the wonderful people who were here even before we were here. The lovely Adam, Joseph, of course, Anchor Adam fam, Kate, Flanny, Vegan Runner, our lovely mods, Leanne and Ashley, of course, Yvonne, all the way from Palmdale, California. Oh, and I should have said Joseph is hailing from Alberta. Yeah, welcome one and all. Naomi, Flanny, Jacqueline.
Scroll back up again a sec.
Further?
No.
No, well,
No.
good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just checking. So yeah,
Tracy and Kat.
we were trying to decide what we wanted for tonight's mukbang, and Jay said, "Well, not gonna lie, pizza for me." But he said, "I'm sick of this having half a pizza, Malaki. I want a full one." So we got two, so that we could have a full pizza each, but different. So
Just to be satisfied, you know. Satisfied.
we got this one, which we've had before, the Goodfellas Vegan Takeaway Chickenless Supreme. It's gorgeous. And then this one that we haven't had before, Meatless Mediterranean, also from Goodfellas. I think one was a £5 and one was £3.50
I think
from
you're absolutely right.
from Tesco. This one was the £5 one because it's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably see that on the screen. We've got a homemade slaw. Not going to lie to you, we were looking for coleslaw in Tesco and there were none. Barbecue weekend, though, innit? So I made it when I got home. It's just white cabbage, carrot, and white onion, and then a little bit of salt and vinegar, white rice vinegar. Mix it through, put it in the fridge for about half an hour, drain off the excess fluid, mayo. Homemade slaw.
Happy days. Happy days. Pour us a bit of wine, bit of salt and pepper on the pizzas, and of course we're going to tuck in, as we always do. If you're familiar with our mukbang system, we will eat, we will chat, catch up, answer questions,
all of the things.
and then once we've finished eating, we will segue into we'll bring you a bit closer in, and we'll finish off the evening with just a general chat and answer maybe a few more questions if we've missed anything along the way. So first things first, I think a bit of salt and pepper on the old pizzas, and then a spot of wine.
That would be lovely.
How's everyone doing? Anywhere on this fine Saturday. We, to be typically British, I'll say we started off with a glorious day today.
No, we really did. It was beautiful this morning. And we went out with the intention of having our lunch at Healthy Habit Kitchen again. But we got there about 2:20 and it was shut. So I don't know if she doesn't open on Saturday. That might be our bad for not kind of checking beforehand. So we went to Tesco. I said, let's go to Tesco and have an all-day breakfast. If you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen the little reel that I did. We had a Tesco all-day breakfast. It was delightful. And then we had a bit of a shop. And home we came.
Indeed.
And I'm very, very much looking forward to a couple of slices of pizza and some coleslaw.
This evening we are on the Lateral Chilean Merlot. And I think it's about $4.29
from Tesco.
It's sort of Aldi price match wine. And it's pretty good. The Merlot and the Pinot Noir we can vouch for.
Yeah, they're both good. Yeah. And they're both under a £5 and they're both clearly marked vegan. So, all right. I'll drink it.
Thank you. And we've also got some hot sauce as well, haven't we?
Oh, yes. Tamcon, when she sent us a plethora of lovely gifts ages ago, she sent us this chili sauce. and we completely forgot about it. It was right in the back of the cupboard, and Jason was in there the other day, and he was like, "Paul, there's an hot sauce here we haven't tried." And here it is.
There you go.
So yeah, we should try that this evening.
Happy days.
I think I'm going to start with a slice of this one because it's my favourite, which is the chickenless supreme. It's peppers and sweet corn and onions and little chicken style pieces, and of course vegan cheese. So I'm going to have a slice of that. I'm going to have a bit of slaw, and then I'm probably going to eat the crusts of this pizza with some hot sauce.
That's a smart idea. That is a smart idea. Imran is in the house. Hey, you guys. Ashley's already eaten. Had tomato, lentil, and red pepper soup with focaccia. Sounds gorgeous. Now just chilling with a beer. Excellent stuff. Butcher to Vegan is in the house. Good evening, good sir. Hope you are doing well.
I don't even know why I do the lazy route and want to buy coleslaw, because I bloody love my own.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I do.
That's fair. Fair. Don't blame you. And same. Likewise. It's convenience, isn't it? Sometimes it's just like, you know, when it's like a quid, what is it, like £1.50 or something?
It's like it's about £1.
It is just purely convenience, isn't it? Pop that back there. There we go. Let's dive in then. Yeah.
Alex, were they an Indian drag queen by any chance? If so, I think I know her. We were on a Coliseum with her. Can't remember her name. Oh, she was good though. Bearded. She a bearded Indian drag queen doing Indian dancing. Fabulous.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I do.
This is lovely, by the way. This Goodfellas Chickenless Supreme. Gorgeous pizza.
Not done anything to pimp them up either, have we?
You don't really need to.
Oh. So, has everybody had a good week? I was, not going to lie, it's been a full-on week. Randomly for me, I worked Tuesday night and I worked last night.
Till 10:30. Well, we had our tea at 10:30. I just see on the meals vlog on Tuesday.
Yeah. But the nice part about this week, well, there's lots of nice things, of course. You know, there's always nice things to kind of focus on. But on Tuesday, I got a new electric guitar. So that's brightened my week up considerably.
Sure.
Yes, I may gush momentarily about my electric guitar after we've eaten and show you. Yeah.
It was a very good boy though. He said, I want a new electric guitar, but I don't use my 12-string. So I'm going to sell my 12-string and put the money towards a new electric guitar. And I was like, that's better than that, Brommers. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah. Cheers, mister. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, Alex. Ruby something or other. So a dancing drag queen. I might have a look.
Interesting.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Here's to spring.
Summer.
Hello.
Cheers.
Yes, lovely.
Excuse me. Evan, I think your question's been answered, but I'll just reiterate. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, they're just jam jars. They're just what we have jamming, and it's just recycling, reusing. You know.
Sainsbury's Taste the Difference blackcurrant jam, to be exact. And then they changed the jars and made them just smooth, and then now they brought these jars back. We've got about 8 of them. They're just our tumblers. It's a gorgeous vegan jam as well. It's beautiful. Blackcurrant, of course, full of antioxidants, really good for you.
Cheers to you, Flanny. I hope you're not drinking Guinness and red wine together. No judgment, mind, but you know.
No. Andy will be on the Guinness.
Yes.
Debbie will be on the red wine. Or it could be the exact opposite of that, and that would be just as fitting. Right, I'm going to try this 313 hot sauce. Thanks, Tamcon. I forgot about it, and I'm sorry about that.
You give it a shake. Chelsea says, cheers all. I'm watching you on the big TV for the first time. How lovely. That's nice. I hope we don't look too scary on the big screen.
Naomi's watching us for the first time on telly as well this evening. Try not to spitball.
It would help. It would help. Delightful.
The sauce is lovely.
All right.
Smoky. Sweet.
Not too hot, is it?
Perfect. Heat. Lovely flavour.
Oh.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
There's a nice vinegar in there.
Cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Ground tomatoes, unpeeled ground tomatoes, extra heavy tomato puree, salt, carrots, Michigan dried cherries.
Oh.
Cherries, sugar, sunflower oil, habanero peppers, salt. No additives or preservatives.
So the sweetness comes from the cherries, which is beautiful.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot.
Such a good pizza.
Oh, wow. I'm really liking that hot sauce. The thing is, I suppose, habanero heat isn't ridiculously hot, is it, either? So.
No. It's a nice heat. Alex, we have had pizza delivered. We used to occasionally get from Freaky Shakes, which was actually a vegan pizza place just down the road from here, but it closed down recently. We did our last mukbang from there. Did we have pizza on our last mukbang?
I can't remember, you know. Might have done. I actually can't remember.
Okay.
I'll have an olive. Leone's in the house. Thank you for being here. And Butcher to Vegan says, always watch on the TV, then message on the tablet. Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think sure that the sauce will augment the whole pizza, not just the crust. Pass me a bit more.
A bit more. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, proper nice.
I love the thought of a hot sauce sweetened with cherries.
Yeah.
Michigan's that's one of the things, isn't it, though, from Michigan, I believe, Tamcon, when you watch this later.
Ashley says, I need to top up on some hot sauces, running dangerously low. Get it sorted, Ash. Get it sorted. Yeah. We're not doing too bad at the moment. We've got a few, but we do, once they're opened, we do smash through them pretty quickly, don't we? Our hot sauces. Oh yeah.
Metal Kicks Ass is asking what are our thoughts on the whole anti-trans controversy surrounding the Bud Light thing.
Well,
I think it's a real it's a real shame that people have to be so pathetic. Grown men buying crates of Bud Light to blow them up because somebody who identifies as transgender was sent some promotional stuff and did a bit of videos, you know, and it's like, really? Your masculinity is that threatened?
I was going to say,
I'm going to shoot these cans.
That's what threatened masculinity looks like. Yeah. It's absolutely ludicrous is what it is. Absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, I kind of always say the same thing with referencing this sort of human behavior. And it's the same with drag queen story time and all that stuff. Focus on the really important stuff that's going on in the world. You know, we're complaining about stuff like that when there's kids that aren't eating.
And most of our politicians are corrupt.
Yeah. So let's try and focus on
most of them. That's the terrifying thing. And those that aren't, Bernie Sanders, Jeremy Corbyn, AL, are ousted.
So yeah, that's it in a nutshell, really. Cool. Nice and steady with the chat this evening. That's good. We haven't said it. I'll say it right now before I have another piece of pizza.
That was lovely.
116 in the house. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't already and you're enjoying the live stream, do please consider giving the live stream a thumbs up because it helps us get to the top of YouTube.
And don't forget, Jason only keeps his eye on that because we want your money. I mean, people on Tattle have said it, so it must be true. Oh, I do feel sorry for those guys. I'm just like, I did a post about it the other day, actually, because I was walking around. I do think that negativity has a really negative effect on your soul, who you are as a person. I was walking around town and there are so many people I hear on the phone and they're dissing somebody else. Oh, I told her to F off. Oh, God, she's a bitch. Can't stand her. But I hear it a lot and I'm like, why are people so obsessed with talking about how much they hate other people?
Yeah.
Surely that's having a really damaging effect on humanity. I did a post on my Facebook page. So to all the people that watch, because there's a lot of people watch us and then go to Tattle to rip us to pieces. Bless you, sweethearts. Try and smile a bit more and show a bit more love to your fellow human beings. Try and do that. Hey, that'd be nice for you and everybody that has to deal with you, no doubt.
Yeah, because all we're doing is living our best lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Having a good time eating pizza, man. But yeah, we do want your money, all your money. That's the only reason we do this is because we want all of your money.
Yeah.
So send it to us at we don't really give a shit about your money.com.
I've gone extreme.
Oh, you have.
It's so
well
nice.
I just poured it. I should have probably tried this little bite of this without the sauce on, but you know. Sue me.
Indeed, Adam, and thank you for. I'm glad you've come back.
That was a very crispy base.
Yeah. Hope all is well with the girls, all is well with you, and that you're fully recovered or on the way to recover it. Hope everything is great. But yeah, just briefly going back to what Paul said before, I think you were absolutely right in kind of segueing into that from what you were saying previously, because I think the two are inherently linked.
Of course they are.
Without a doubt.
People get addicted to hate.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. I hate feeling hate. I do. Trust me, I do. But I don't like feeling it at all. Because I always like to try and find some redeeming qualities in some people. Even when there aren't any. But even then I don't hate them. It's an awful thing to say because some people get upset by it, but I pity them. Because I know that they can be better. And that's people in general, that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What are all these bits on here?
What?
Just like loads of fake meats on this one, isn't there?
Yeah, it's good though. It's good. Good tastes and textures. Nice bit of heat from that hot sauce just to kind of jazz things up a little bit.
Definitely. very much benefits from the hot sauce. Have we got any the nicest pizza? Oh, Rose.
God bless you, Rose. Cheers.
Just had the tattooed chef pizza for lunch. But where's that from, Matt and Missy?
The tattooed chef pizza for lunch. Very expensive, but
Rose.
good.
Is
Nice.
it here in the UK or is that stateside?
Thank you so much, Rose, for the super chat.
Thank
anyway.
you, sweetheart. Much appreciated.
Greatly appreciated, yes. And of course, going back briefly to what Paul was saying before, you know, we do appreciate the super chats. We appreciate all the support that we can get in terms of what we really want, which is to get that down-to-earth vegan message out there. We've said it before, we'll say it again. The vegan community is a microcosm of bigger communities. We still have the infighting. We still have people who, in the vegan community, feel that they are superior to other vegans because of the way that they live their lives. And what we want to say really is, if you're vegan, that's good enough. It's good enough. Do you know what I mean? It's good enough. Yeah. I've got a tiny little bit of a sweat on from that sauce. Just a little bit. It's
sauce.
Cumulative, isn't it? Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Greatly appreciated. Yes. Oh, Jacqueline, that sounds awful. Jacqueline says, people above me had a party last night, so I ended up sleeping on my front room floor.
Oh, bless you.
Jeez.
And a lot of them, couple times 4, can't hear due to being unwell for a few weeks. Waiting on a hearing test. I'm so sorry, my love. Hey, don't apologise for having to go and look after yourself. Go and look after yourself. 2 old gay blokes eating pizza.
Yeah. When you put it like that.
Right. Do we have any Trekkies in the house? Was that highlighted for a reason?
I'll come back to that in a minute.
Sorry.
I said we can come back to that in a minute.
We'll go up to it now.
Okay.
We'll come back for the answers on the Trekkie.
Leonie says, guys, we've tried foraging our own dandelions and making dandelion honey over these past few days, and it's been a success.
Nice one.
Fabulous.
There's usually a big rush on it. And what we always say is, vegans, be careful how many dandelions you pick, because it's the bees' first food after a really tough winter.
Yeah.
Which is why we always leave a patch of dandelions in our back garden, even though our tenancy agreement says you must keep your garden clean and your lawn tidy. We always leave a dandelion patch. Everyone knows around here now. Unfortunately, we can't do that at the allotment because they are classed as a weed and they do spread. But yeah, always leave some for the bees.
But to be fair, there's plenty of other stuff down at the allotment for the bees to go at.
No, I'm talking about everyone goes through this dandelion honey phase. And that's not a read, Leonie. I'm sure you've been very careful about how many you've taken.
Yeah.
But I remember it was a thing last year. It was like everyone went mad with it, and everyone was like, "Oh." Well, some people were saying, "Hang on, be careful. We don't want to be promoting this too much." They literally are the first food of the bees after a really tough winter.
So back to your question before, Leanne, right here. Kirsty, very much so. And that's a couple of people. I think there might be a couple more as well. Susan House, thank you for being here, Sue. Leonie, just going back, we went to different areas to pick them, and where we were thousands. We also spread the seeds of the older dandelions. How lovely. That's wonderful. I think somebody mentioned original TNG in the 90s. Can't stop lying. I am a Trekkie, loud and proud. Flanny, sorry you guys, it's a no here.
So all you Trekkies, have you Kirsty, I fell back in lust with him a little bit after going through TNG again. Tell you what, the guy's got a bod on him.
He actually has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's always maintained a cracking physique.
Excellent.
Somewhere between a rock climber and a cyclist.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that kind of physique. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Adam says, technically I'm not a Trekkie yet, but I've been smashing Series 3 of Voyager this week on episode 18 now.
Wow.
Fantastic, mate. Well done. Well done. I hope you're still enjoying it.
So all of you Trekkies out there, have you already seen Picard?
That's where this was leading.
My God, that last episode of season 3. Oh.
The only reason that we've been harping on about it so much, I think, is because it's some of the best Star Trek that's ever been written and put on television. Season 3 of Picard, and the whole Star Trek community is virtually unanimous on that it's one of the best seasons of any Star Trek series
That's
ever.
because it was.
Yeah.
The final episode. Oh my God. We've only watched it twice, Adam. It's an emotional drain watching it. It really is.
I'm sure we could both sit through it again. No,
Oh God, we will. Well, we
Yeah.
said we're going to watch the whole series again, haven't we? We've finished all the Star Trek original movies now.
We're just about to say that,
Oh,
yeah.
the last one was so beautiful.
They're pretty decent. Do you know what I mean? They stand up. Even now, they're decent. I'm really glad that was the decision we made, was to move on to the films. Leanne says, rewatching from the start in preparation for season 3 will be binged shortly. Excellent. Leanne, I am sure you will enjoy it as much as we did. It really is absolutely stellar.
Can I just say as well, second star on the left and on until morning. That's all.
Okay.
I'll just say that. Just that. This is definitely my favourite pizza. The chickenless supreme.
Yeah.
Over this one. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Definitely. This one is very saucy.
It is very saucy.
There's a lot of sauce on it. And I prefer something that's a bit more creamy. Has the nice balance of vegan cheese toppings. You know. But there's a lot of sauce on this one. I know that hasn't made it horrible, not by any means.
Yeah. Jeanette is in the house. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Just back from celebrating hubby's birthday at Wagamama's. How splendid.
Happy birthday, hubby.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jeanette's hubby.
Right, I'm going to have this slice next because I want to finish with that.
Cool.
You get me?
Oh, you know what? I might do the same. But I'm gonna try a bite of this without any hot sauce on, just to kind of give it an honest verdict.
We can afford to be innocent.
Okay. It's good. Oh, yeah. It's nice. I see what you mean. The good thing is, though, in terms of a frozen pizza, you could never accuse that of being a dry pizza.
No.
It's proper saucy.
Yeah. And you know, that's a good thing. Metal kicks ass. I hope Disney get him. I can't stand DeSantis, to be honest with you. There's quite a few. It's like the Tory party over here. The only person I'm really tolerant of these days is Theresa May, and I used to hate her. And that's only because she's one of the only ones in the back benches now who actually calls out. She particularly did with Boris. I enjoy that about her, but God, you've got so many scumbags in America and I'm like, come on, America, you're bright, you lot. Can't you see?
It's not much different over here, babes, to be fair. You look at the Tory party.
However, I was delighted that Tucker Carlson was sacked from Fox. Bollocks, it was mutual. If you watched the last few minutes of Friday's show, which they showed on TYT, and he's having pizza, funnily enough. Thanks for the pie. See you Monday. He didn't know. He didn't know.
Just to add to that, because funnily enough, Metal Kicks ass, we were chatting about this earlier on today, and I just think we're really at a turning point, and it could still go either way. Like we often say, like a few years back when we got equality in terms of, we got marriage equality in the UK. And then things start to progress and develop exponentially in terms of what's available for vegans. I am specifically talking about the UK here. We must always remember that just because we're taking 2 steps forwards, there's some disgusting, sick and vile individuals out there that will do their damnedest to make us take 5 steps backwards. And we have to continue to fight that. But at the same time...
Taylor Green, Josh Craw, is he called Josh Craw?
Marjorie Traitor Green.
Yeah.
I will say, in the same breath, you've also at the same time got to be very careful about picking your battles and not spreading yourself too thinly, and being mindful of what you're absorbing. Going back to what Paul was saying before about kind of it can feel like quite a hate-filled world sometimes.
Well, it is.
But yeah,
however,
DeSantis is the kind of guy that is like, what's that film with Christopher Walken?
I just said the hate is magnified way more than the good is. There isn't as much of it. There aren't as many people. It feels that way though, because it's always shown, it's always talked about.
Yeah, they shout louder as well. And also we are in a culture where the only sort of media that seems to exist is sensationalist media.
Yeah.
So the media will lean into that stuff because it's kind of what we refer to as car crash TV.
Now, I have to say though, Al Jazeera, I know a lot of people don't like Al Jazeera. It is one of the best news networks out there. Al Jazeera that we get here in the UK is brilliant. You can sit down and watch it for 30 minutes and find out important news stories from all over the world. All over the world.
Yeah.
You sit down and watch 30 minutes of BBC and you've got a 10-minute repeating thing. People on strike are bad. Tories are great. Mama.
Yeah.
So for TV news, Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
For online news, us personally, Brian Tyler Cohen, David Patman, TYT. Navara Media, UK. He's good as well.
Yeah.
Frighteningly looks like Stuart.
He looks a little bit like Stuart, yeah, a little bit. So yeah, there's that. But our eyes are wide open. We see it all, or most of it. Paul's a little bit more, what's the word?
News hungry.
Yeah.
You can take it or leave it. I can't. I want to know what's going on in the world.
Well, it's not that I don't want to know. It's just that I see it and I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
I don't need to see it in as much detail as you do. Certainly not. But it is important to kind of keep your eyes on what's going on and to fight it.
With eyes wide open.
Back to the original question, same as what Paul said, I hope Disney absolutely slam him in exactly the same way that Fox have just been slammed by Dominion, and they'll continue to get slammed.
Oh, and I hope they get slammed by Smartmatic as well.
Yeah, they will.
That lawsuit's 2.7 billion.
Yeah, they will. Anyway,
and there's a lot of other stuff going on against Fox, isn't there?
Enough about politics.
Shareholders, one of the producers.
Yeah, it's all going. It's all going. You know what? Let's just all
reap what you sow.
Yeah, we take a stand and
reap what you sow.
It makes it even better when the people that are taking a stand are really rich, really big, and really powerful, because that helps tremendously in this particular instance. You've got Disney suing you. You're in trouble, mate. He's not my mate. I don't know why I said that, but you're in serious trouble. Anyway, Dorcas.
Can't stop lying, Eric. Yes, it was the most beautiful goodbye and possible hello I've ever seen.
Picard, yeah.
What a beautiful goodbye.
Dorcas is in the house. Into most sci-fi and have missed the last couple of Discovery series. Really enjoyed Picard season 3. Yes, as we said before, it's absolutely top class television. It's brilliant. I'm so glad that Patrick Stewart did it. I almost feel like it's a gift. They've given us everything. They gave us everything in that last season.
And more besides. Yeah.
Data, no spoilers here. Data's evolution, the relationship between Geordi and Data, the Enterprise D. Why am I sensing pleasure?
Don't say
so
right,
much.
Stop now,
I'll stop.
because
I'll
I'm
stop.
getting emotional.
So much. I'll stop. I'll stop because I am mindful that there's 115 in the house, and you're not all Trekkies.
Can I have more wine, please, Barbara?
Yes, indeed. Kirsty, Picard made me have all the feels. Was incredible drama in every way. Yes, we concur wholeheartedly. And of course, we often recommend stuff based on what we've been watching in terms of films and series. But to be perfectly honest, of late, it has been a whole heap of Star Trek, as you can probably gather. So, you know, those are our recommendations, quite frankly.
Oh, it just jumped majorly, didn't it? Did that weird thing it does. Yeah, Adam, that's exactly what we're doing with the Star Trek movies. So we've started with the original ones, then we'll move on to the Next Generation movies, and after that it will be the Kelvin timeline.
Chris Pine.
Tracy and Leroy. Yeah, I get it. Maybe wait until you've fully healed from your surgery, my love, before you
ugly cry.
Oh, you know, it was verbal. I actually made a loud noise like this.
Whereas
at one point in it, because it just got me.
I just
in the best way. It's beautiful.
I just kind of sit and weep silently. Just kind of what I do.
That bit blew me away though. Night, Nige.
Night, night, Nigel. Oh, yeah. Cracking stuff. I'm glad we went with pizza. Because I'm nice, Jeanette, and you weren't here at the start when we told everyone.
Hold them both up side by side while I distract by blowing my nose. Can anyone see that, Jess?
Yeah, I'm looking underneath.
You
see
weren't a second ago.
See me here? No, I've got my head.
Oh, hi.
There we go.
With arms wide open. Am I singing Creed there?
Yeah. Like a big religious person.
Oh, I love Creed.
Sue is just going to put her night cameras out for hedgehog watching. Do you have them at the allotment? Watch our allotment vlog on Monday, yeah. Sue, and you'll find out. That's why we make them.
Excuse me.
Tasty. Tasty stuff. Ashley's saying I need to go back to Purezza if they still do the honey pepperoni one. It needs a fair chance. Yeah.
They've just changed the menu at the allotment. Oh my God. The meal we had at the allotment that was highlighted in last week's meal vlog. You know, when every course is stunning. Miso mushrooms, allotment sandwich, raspberry frangipane. God, my God, it was all beautiful. Love that restaurant so much.
Yeah, they do good stuff, don't they? They really do. They really do. Funny, yes. Very annoying how items about so-called celebs are ahead of real news. Yes, it's ridiculous.
Oh, can I say I've actually felt really bad for Diane Abbott. I know what she meant. She wasn't trying to minimize the isms faced by the others she mentioned. But are they race issues, or are they just hate issues? Do you get what I mean? I think I know where. I mean, I cannot for 1 second imagine what it's like to be a black person living in a largely white world with the true history of your culture, where you were used and abused for hundreds of years. I can't even imagine that. So, but yeah, I think it's the whole. I feel bad for her. It's like, oh, she's another good egg like Corbyn. Now that's been labelled. Oh, you're hateful. You're hateful. You're full of hate.
Well, they've got a balance, haven't they? They've got a balance because there's so many Tories that have resigned over the last few months. They've got to kind of balance things out. So now there has to be a bit of a hunt within the Labour Party to try and get rid of them. And you know, it's a sad state of affairs.
She was our first female black MP.
Oh, Barbara has just become a TVG producer.
Thank you, Barbara.
Nice one, Barbara. Welcome to the exclusive club. A little bit exclusive, a little bit, you know. Yeah. And going back to what we were chatting about before, Dorcas, I had the hots for Patrick Stewart ever since I, Claudius, hubba.
You know, the first film I saw him in was Life Force.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's the client of the red-haired sex worker near the beginning of the film. Love that film. Great film. Love that film. Really good film, actually. What do you think?
Yeah. It was good. To my memory, anyway. To my memory.
You remember the one, don't you, with the vampires that come to Earth?
Yeah, of course I do. It wasn't that long ago we watched it again. It was like maybe a year ago or a couple of years ago.
Those gorgeous men.
Sue, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. The chat has sped up. It's thick and fast. We're almost at 100 thumbs up. Thank you so much, everyone. We're on 90. Can we get another 10?
Come from Michigan. We've kind of gone through half a bottle.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good.
It's really good. Those Michigan cherries, it's next level, that, isn't it? Fantastic. Alex says, has anyone seen Lord of the Rings series on Prime? I've only seen 2 episodes. Does it get better? Alex, it's like art, isn't it? It's divisive. I don't understand why there was so many people
Lord of the Rings series
whinging and moaning about it.
The one that we watched.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and I really don't understand. You know what? If the cast of the original films and the whole kind of Peter Jackson family, if they can all get behind it, get behind the actors and the story and celebrate it for a continuation of just being able to dive back into that world, we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Strong blonde female lead. That's a thing of mine.
Is it a little bit slow? That's probably the only minor criticism. But hey, the full-length films are like 3.5 hours long, each one. They took The Hobbit and carved one book into 3 films. So they can't really be criticised for moving too slow.
Adam's asking which pizza is the best. I've already said, Adam, this one for me. The Chickenless Supreme. I love it.
I don't know whether I've necessarily got a preference, to be honest. I think they're both nice in different ways.
I definitely prefer this one.
Yeah. And this is quite a bit drier, isn't it?
That's what I like about it.
Yeah. Helen is asking, and this is always a good question because I think lots of people like to get involved in this kind of chat. Who were your favourite childhood characters? It's a great question, Helen.
Bagpuss.
Agreed.
Which, if you weren't aware, I truly believed this as a child. Bagpuss was made for me. I don't know why. I just had an immediate emotional connection to all of the characters in Bagpuss, and so I assumed as a child that it was specially made for me, but it was put on TV so that other kids could enjoy it as well. Bagpuss, Mr. Ben. Remember Mr. Ben?
Yeah. I mean, we're slightly different, aren't we, in terms of...
No, but I've shown you some Mr. Ben, haven't I?
Sorry, I had a little bit of red pepper stuck to the roof of my mouth, and it was really annoying, but I didn't want to go digging in there. Yeah, favourite childhood characters. I don't know. I kind of lean more towards sort of the nostalgia that I have memory of, sort of like series that I watched as a kid. So things like Thundercats, you know, stuff like that. I'm trying to think of like real life stuff as opposed to like animated stuff. Railway Children, all of the characters in the Railway Children pretty much goes without saying. We both love that. Yeah, without a doubt.
I dare say. How about that, man? I especially left the key under the doorstep. Most people do around these parts. I dare say.
Flanny.
You say I dare say one more time. I shall scream. I dare say.
Flanny says, "How do they fare against Dr. Utker, you guys? They're not as good."
No, the Dr. Utker Pomodori is my favourite pizza of all time. It's so simple and classic and covered in cherry tomatoes. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's sort of classic Italian, isn't it? It's a classic Italian pizza. Yeah, okay. Just checking.
Thank you. You just scrolled past it.
I'd already thanked Sue.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear.
That's why I was checking, just to make sure. I'm going to put some hot sauce on this pizza, and then I'm going to smash it.
You should. You definitely should.
Oh, Adam. So sorry about that, mate. Don't talk about allotments. I nearly cried when I saw 7 of my tomato plants have been killed by a frost. All the hard work down the drain. Is there no way they'll recover, Adam? Have they properly gone?
Were they outside or covered, Adam?
Oh, Naomi, that sounds great. Naomi says, I just had a giant plate of curly fries, southern fried no chicken, barbecue beans, coleslaw, and mash from my neighbour.
See, this is why we get on so well.
Where's that hot sauce? That sounds great, Naomi. Absolutely brilliant. And what a top neighbour as well.
Oh, yeah. It's got a cracking neighbour who was doing mash and veg. God, I'm good at coleslaw.
Going back to the got back to the conversation that we were having before, and got to that point in the chat.
So fresh and crisp, you know, because it's done at home. Make it as chunky or as fine as you want. Beautiful.
Deneen says, as a Michiganer, I agree about Michigan. And Barbara says, I live across the lake from Michigan. And Fanny says, Life Force, Frank Finley, local actor.
Nice one.
Local to us, Farnworth. Excellent. So, Tracy, as diehard Tolkien fans, both Leroy and I really did enjoy the Lord of the Rings series and the videography. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Tracy. And going back to what we were saying about characters from our childhoods, Kat says, Tommy from Rugrats on Nickelodeon. Dorcas Cripes used to fancy France Finley 2 must have had too many hormones in the past. Adam Thundercats. Ivor the Engine from Jeanette. Vegan Runner. Paddington Bear. Bagpuss. Mr. Ben. And Jamie and the Magic Torch. Excellent. Oh, Flanny says, love Bagpuss. The tune makes me cry. It's beautiful, isn't it? Jacqueline.
Finger Mouse.
Finger Mouse.
Oh, wow. Finger Mouse.
I remember Finger Mouse.
Finger Mouse. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Finger Mouse was great. Because the thing, you know what the great thing about Finger Mouse was?
Memory's so thick you got to brush them away from your face.
One of the best things about Finger Mouse was the fact that anybody could make a Finger Mouse. It was like the ultimate accessibility.
Does anyone know what that line's from, by the way? Memory's so thick you got to brush them away from your face. Anyone know what that's from? Without Googling it.
Flanny says, anyone remember Ludwig?
Yes!
What the F was that about? Flanny says. Sorry, Flanny.
I think Ludwig scared me. So did Merry Mungo and Midge.
Just like Wurzel.
Cel-shading animation scared me.
Wurzel Gummidge used to scare me.
And that's why I'm not keen to this very day on Monty Python animations.
Adam, you know me so well, mate.
Scary.
You said it before. You wrote it before I could say it. Adam's there. Naomi, Jason hates Wurzel. It's brilliant. Love that.
We're after W.
Cheers,
and
pal.
we're after O. We're after R, and it's away we go. You put we're after Z. We're after E. We're after L. Wurzel.
Yeah, I know. Just give me one of my looks.
J, we're A, we're S, we're M, we're A, we're M, we're G, we're R, we're Y, we're.
If you've just joined us, by the way, we're eating pizza. It's a mukbang. We're getting to the end of it. We're talking nonsense. Wurzel Gummidge nonsense. Leanne was a huge fan of Emu. Yes.
And anyone fancy Stig of the Dump?
Somebody mentioned Stig of the Dump before.
Did they?
It's had only had one mention, I think. Naomi,
Right.
Stig of the Dump, Wurzel Gummidge.
Naomi, did you fancy him? Be honest.
Stig of the Dump.
We're sisters.
It's in a dump. I mean, that's not, you know, me judging.
I fancied Stig of the Dump, so wicked.
Actually saying no, Adam. Finger Mouse was a thing, lol. Adam was thinking it was Danger Mouse, and somebody had got it wrong. I don't think Adam's heard of Finger Mouse before.
Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse.
Oh, it's just jumped.
Oh dear. How much?
See, I knew this question would get people chatting.
Well done, Leone. Quote was indeed from the Field of Dreams.
Nice. Leone, did you say? Leanne.
Leanne, sorry, Leanne. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. They'll come to Iowa for reasons they don't understand. They'll walk up to your door. How much? They'll say. You'll say $20. They'll hand it over without even thinking about it. For it is memories they want and money they have. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. Oh, God, I love that.
Star Wars.
James L. Jones in Field of Dreams, you dibhouse.
Just winding him up.
His voice, like velvet.
Darth Vader.
Like velvet, man.
Dorcas Count Duckula and Trapdoor. Trapdoor was great.
Don't you open that trap door. You're a fool if you dare. If you don't you open that trap door, 'cause there's something down there.
Oh, it's everyone's on it now. Everyone's on it. Oh, Tracy, that's a random one. Not heard of that. Mouse and Mole and Angelina Ballerina. I think vaguely aware of Angelina Ballerina. I've heard of that before.
Isn't that a book? Angelina Ballerina. Oh, was it made into a... It's a book, isn't it?
I'm guessing it was turned into a TV show.
Cat.
Wombles.
Underground, overground, wombling free. The Wombles of Wimbledon, come and now we. That song messed me up. It was only when I was a grown adult I realised they were singing the Wombles of Wimbledon Common. Are we? As a kid, the Wombles of Wimbledon Common, are we? Because I didn't know they were a Wimbledon Common, obviously.
There you go. Vegan Runner. I loved watching Campbellwick Green. Loved the box opening at the beginning. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Barbara, my favourite cartoon was Kimber the White Lion. Love cats. Nice. I'm not familiar with that one either.
Oh, Harley Hare. The Sullivans. Oh, wow.
Oh, jumpy, jumpy. Jumpy, jumpy. Okay, I think we're there. We're getting there. Imran. I remember Stig of the Dump. The kid who discovered Stig made a chimney out of tin cans so that the smoke in the cave had a way to escape.
I was so jealous of that kid.
Cool.
Because they were mates with Stig.
Play school, rainbow.
Me and you and me. Lots and lots for us to see. Lots and lots for us to do. You and me and you. Do, 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 do. Those things, tunes, you and me. They're all up there. They're all up there, man. All the stuff I watched, of course. Black Beauty. Boom, dum. Boom, dum. Ah, ah, ah. Another beautiful theme tune. Used to love that.
Oh.
Rent a Ghost. Rent a Ghost. Does anyone remember a kids series called Moondial? It's probably BBC. Back in the day. Wow, loved it. So good.
I kind of vaguely remember
Moondial.
that. Yeah.
I think I liked it as well because it kind of reminded me in a kind of way of The Amazing Mr. London, which we've watched again recently, haven't we?
So good.
Love that film.
So what's the actor called?
Sarah.
The Amazing Mr. Blue. It's the actual actor that plays him called, because he's incredible. He's so good.
Why have you said that?
Leanne, Button Moon.
Oh, we've been to Button Moon. We followed Mr. Spoon. Button Moon.
Button
Back
Moon.
soon. Ragdollianas. Oh, I love them. With a bunch of straw hat. With a bunch of paper roses in a big straw hat. It's always the songs that stick with me the most. Well, I am not wasting that sweet paper. It's only got a tiny bit of stuff on it. I will use that again.
Adam says Button Moon is still on now. It's on CBeebies.
Is it?
No way. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, love it. Love all that stuff. It's healthy, isn't it, to tap into a bit of nostalgia now and again.
Absolutely, it really is.
It is. It's a lovely thing.
And of course, none of us talk about it because most of us that are on here are too old to remember it. But the beautiful Angharad was the star of a children's TV series called Melody on CBeebies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I wouldn't mind a bit more wine, I'm not going to lie. Right, so I'll start moving stuff here. Get ready for the close down.
Yeah.
Not the close down, the switch. That is beautiful. Proper beautiful.
Jane B, does anyone remember Pipkins? Probably showing my age.
Yeah.
Don't remember Pipkins. But there is, there's a few years between me and Paul. That's kind of what I was saying before. We watched some stuff we both like, yeah, 100% we're on that. And then there's other stuff that was like, we missed for whatever reason.
Ulysses, savior of the galaxies.
Choz is asking, have you watched and do you like Inside Number 9? Series 8 returned on Thursday. I don't think we've watched Inside Number 9. It's from the guys that did League of Gentlemen, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's the same writing team.
Right. No, I don't think we have.
I don't think we ever got around to watching Inside Number 9, Chozza. Although we're big fans of the League of Gentlemen and the team that creates that, right? The writers, the characters, and everything. So maybe we will at some point. You never know.
Ah, oh, good. Somebody just wrote about the Waltons. It's like the theme tune. Or is that used to watch that, the Waltons and Little House on the Prairie with Joni.
With who?
My mother.
Oh, right.
The good old mother. I've got a little bit of news to share with you about Mother Joni, which I know she won't mind me sharing. But she's, I'll keep you posted, of course. She's recently been diagnosed with the C, both lungs, and we're just waiting to find out. She said all the scans, PET scans, she's got to have the, I call it a lumbar puncture, it's not, the biopsy where they put a needle in your back and get a bit of your, it's not a needle though, they actually cut you and go in and get a bit of your lung. So we're hoping for the best, of course. Yeah, in fact, I'll stop there. We're hoping for the best.
Yeah. That's all you can say, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll keep you posted.
Margaret says, yes, that's right, Paul. You remember the tune.
Oh, Joseph, I loved the Barber Papas. Do you remember them?
No.
They were just like amorphous blobs with big, beautiful eyes.
Okay.
A whole family of them. I can't remember the theme tune. But yes, Joseph.
Jeanette, on Saturdays, it used to be Airwolf, Knight Rider, or A-Team, which always used to follow the wrestling with Big Daddy and giant haystacks.
I remember all of that too.
Same,
My
yeah.
love.
Yes, of course.
But yes, don't worry too much about old Joan. We call her Old Joan affectionately. She's got 4 kids and loads of grandkids, and everybody's got her back at the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. It's a bit shit, but it seems to be a family thing. All grandmas and granddads, every auntie and uncle that have ever gone, all see, all.
Yeah. It ain't gonna stop me from going, I'm Old Joan. Yes.
Somebody mentioned banana splits, double deckers. God, there were so many. There's been so many great TV shows, hasn't there? Over the years.
Yeah.
Really kind. Oh, there was. I think it was probably on the BBC again, but there was a series called The Phoenix. God, and it was brilliant. I loved it so much. There was a particular scene I remember where they had a magic carpet in this Phoenix series, and the baby got on the magic carpet and mumbled something like babies do, and the magic carpet took you wherever you wanted to go, and it flew off with the baby on it, and they hadn't heard what the baby said. I'll never forget that. Oh, it was good.
Oh, great. See, now I feel
It's beautiful, really, really enjoyable pizza dinner. Lovely. If we'd have got, you know, a lot of people get takeaway vegan dinners, and good for you, which when you can't be asked, but don't forget, now and again, get a couple from the sea. That was £8. And I used
£9.50.
£8.50, £3.50,
£8.50.
And the coleslaw was made with veg that I've got in any way to cook meals with, you know, and I had the mayo in and the vinegar in, so I made my own slaw. Lovely. Why don't you just switch up television set and go and do something less boring instead? Sitting at home, watch TV, turn it off's no good for me. Why don't you? Look, why don't you?
We will now segue into part 2. As we often do.
Would you like to snuggle up with us for a little bit? Come closer, darling. Our lips shouldn't touch.
I'm quite full now.
Come closer, darling. I like it too much.
Oh, it's very close. Very close.
Oh,
hello, everyone.
Move it away a little.
Ah,
Is that better for you?
let our food settle now. Have a spot more wine. Maybe answer a few more questions. Excuse me. Before I forget, whilst I'm recovering from that lovely, lovely pizza, a quick shout out and sending much love and hugs to Mum and Dad Brom, of course, and lovely Auntie Pearl, who they all often dive in and watch all of our stuff on YouTube. So,
hello, darling.
Bless yous all.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, love and hugs. Hope to see you over the bank holiday weekend. Maybe it's Monday. Busy at the
Oh, something to tell you. Now, I'm not sure of the price and stuff yet, or the times fully, but Saturday the 20th of May, bottomless drag brunch at Wholesome Junkies in Manchester. You heard it here first. It's a definite goer, just hasn't been advertised yet.
What's the date again?
20th, Saturday the 20th of May.
It's not far off, really, is it?
No.
Less than a month away. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, isn't it? So yeah, anybody who fancies that, limited availability. Once it's gone, isn't it? Because there's limited capacity in terms of seating, isn't there, as well? So they can only fit so many in. Oh yeah, that was delightful. That, you know what we should have later on?
Ice cream.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, definitely.
There are 2 vegan ice creams on offer at the moment in Heron shops, for those of you lucky enough to live near one. £1.50. I'll show you.
Kate says, by the way, Paul, Kate says, I'll definitely be coming along to the drag brunch.
Well, that'll be marvellous.
Nice one, Kate.
It'll be lovely to see you, Kate.
I'll be there, but of course Paul won't be there. It'll be Gemini and Miasma, of course. But I'll be there.
Both £1.50 in Heron at the moment. We've already had a full tub of this, and we've now had half a tub of this. So there you go. They're dated May, but they're in the freezer. You know what I mean?
I really can't see. Whoa! I really can't see the use by date on vegan ice
I
cream
know.
even being a thing, really. Kate says, got the salted caramel from Heron this week. Can't wait to crack it open. Nice.
Oh, lovely. We had it last night. Yeah, Save This World is gorgeous. Jason didn't know he was going to be massively keen because it's coconut ice cream, but you loved it, didn't you?
Really
It's
good.
got the big chunks of chocolate in it. It's like, yes.
Really, really good.
Yes, that makes it very special.
Yeah.
Thank you. We've got a parcel here, by the way.
We have. We've had it a few weeks.
We've
to
had
be
it
fair.
a good few weeks, and we kept saying, "Oh, we'll open that on such a."
Sent to our PO box.
So we'll open this soon.
Yes.
And
Adam, by the way, just says, if I lived local, I'd definitely pop along, but I shall wait until camp out to get the ladies' autographs. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's cool. I had my first pang, my first minuscule pang of like nervous excitement the other day for performing at Vegan Camp Out. Yeah,
because it ain't just going to be the Vegan Queens; it's going to be choices in the middle of the set, backed by the Vegan Queens. Oh, fancy!
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Yeah. I need more wine, me. I drunk all mine. I want a bit more before we.
I do.
Call it a night.
I do. Is that rude of me? Is it terrible of me?
Ashley, I won't read your comment in case the VAN hears us, but we feel your pain, and we hope that everything continues on an even keel in terms of all of that stuff. Bathometricon says, can't beat vegan tiramisu gelato from Ocado. Nom.
We haven't shopped at Ocado for ages, and cheeky buggers Ocado, because you know during the pandemic I was already a member of Ocado, and I went on to do some shopping one day, and there were like 800 people in the queue before me, and I was like, are they registering? Because I'm already registered. Can you let me through, please? And then when I got through, my account wasn't there anymore, and as soon as the pandemic was over, my account was back. Rude. Oh, I like my new ring, by the way. It's one of the ones that was in my selling collection for an awful long time.
Oh,
this one here on my pinky. Oh. And I just saw it in my jewellery box today, and I thought, why do you wear that? It's gorgeous. So I'm wearing it. Great big cubit zirconia.
Hide your face, hide your eyes.
Hide your life. Right,
I'll get us a spot more wine. We'll answer a few more questions. We'll just generally chit-chat for a little bit longer. And we've got a package to open as well. So
let's open it.
Should we do that now and then I'll pour some wine?
Yeah.
So we're not going to knock anything over or anything like that. Oh, what's that? Just go away.
I have my looking glass. Who is that? Makes me so exquisite.
Oh, Paul and Jason.
Oh
dear. What is it?
It's all right. They said they were sending us some merch.
Oh, that's fancy.
It is fancy, actually.
What a show!
Oh,
is there any bloody need for
look
that?
at this from One Planet Pizza.
I mean, it's on theme. But we could have done with that.
A gorgeous wooden pizza board.
An hour and 15
one
minutes ago.
One small step, one giant leap, One Planet Pizza. Amazing things happen when you try.
I like that.
Lovely,
I like that a lot. Yeah. Let's have a look at this then. Oh, One Planet Pizza. Awesome people. We've had their pizzas before. We've reviewed them. They are incredible.
They're gorgeous.
As some of you will know, of course.
Exactly.
I'm sure of that. Right. We'll just get everything.
We've got nothing to be guilty of. Our love can climb any mountain.
Just determined to get us copyright struck tonight, aren't you?
A voucher for £20 for Asda.
20 points.
So that we can, of course, get some One Planet pizzas.
There's all kinds of awesome stuff here. This is amazing.
Pins.
Okay, so we've got earrings or pins.
pins.
I mean, you could wear it as an earring, I suppose.
No,
if
you
really
couldn't.
you could.
No, you couldn't, because there'd be no, once the back's on, there's no room for your ear.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, you imbecile.
I'll be the judge of that.
Little pizza pins.
They're so cool. I love them. Yeah, zoom's worked.
Tiny
Not the
pizza
zoom.
Pins.
Focus,
Lovely.
even.
Little
Pizza key ring.
Little pizza key rings.
They're so cool. Nice. And a lovely card from One Planet Pizza. Other things as well.
Oh.
Before you do that, we've got pizza stickers and a lovely little card from the guys, Paul and Jason. We hope you like these pizzery goodies and you can enjoy an epic pizza night on us. Love, Team
It would have opened.
OPP.
Right. The next mukbang, it might be a pizza. One. You know what I mean?
They're so cool.
We kind of have to now, don't we?
Yeah, it will. Yeah, kind of.
And a lovely brand spangly new pizza cutter. Oh, you guys. You're so lovely.
You see the gap between where the clasp is? That's where your ear goes.
No, that's not enough room.
That's where your ear goes.
Somebody talk to him, please.
I want to wear this pizza as an earring.
It's a brooch. It's a pin.
Thing is, I suppose the other thing to bear in mind, even if I managed to do it, which I take your point, there's probably not enough room for my ear there because the ear's quite thick. It's not silver, is it? So it probably make the ear go bad. But I'd really like the idea of a pizza earring.
Well, why don't you just pin it to your blouse?
I'll do that. I'll do that. Nice. Well, that's lovely, isn't it?
That is lovely.
It's been sat there a while.
I know, because I wanted to open it on camera, you know, for whoever sent it. Well, there you go, One Planet Pizza. Thanks for all the bits. And we shall definitely go to Asda and get some of your lovely pizzas. And use this and this. Thank you, love. Thank you.
That's a dad joke, that, Alex, if ever I heard one. What? I'm going to read it out because I think people, if they haven't seen it, will appreciate it. What? You'll never lose a game of table tennis with that. I love it. I love it. That. And Ashley says, how stinking cute. How stinking cute indeed. Yes. That's proper nice, that. That's lovely. Right, so time for a few more questions and a little bit more wine, and then we will slowly start to wrap things up. We normally do about an hour and a half on a mukbang, although we're never precise.
What's the one we were on there?
That's the lateral molar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we stick with the stick with the same lateral molar. Bathometricon says, what camera do you guys use? At the moment, we're on the HD webcam that goes, just plugs straight into the laptop. And
when we do our allotment vlogs or any of our kitchen vlogs or anything like that, we use Panasonic Lumix G85, which is our new camera that we bought about 2.5 months ago.
Wasn't that long ago, was it?
Before that, we were on a G6 or 7.
G6, I think.
It's a much better camera. But this HD Logitech webcam with focus is brilliant. Brilliant. Changed our streams because the one before it would not allow you to focus on things.
Dorcas hardly. Dorcas says, if you finish that second bottle, it will be horizontal Merlot, chaps. Nice.
I have a terrifying capacity for wine.
When you're indoors, when you're at home?
No. For wine, if I stick to wine,
okay.
I'm fine on wine. I could have 2-3 bottles easy, and I'd be slaughtered, but I'd be fine. Mix it with some cocktails. Don't do that. Don't do it with me. Oh God, I get loud.
We were chatting last Friday, weren't we, about the fact that when we're out, really these days, we don't really drink that much. We don't drink a lot.
No,
so
no.
even when I'm not driving,
we've cut down now as well. We have 2 alcohol-free nights a week, Wednesday and Sunday.
Yes. Yes. The eagle-eyed of yous will also, just to whilst we're on the topic of drinking and wine, the eagle-eyed of yous may have noticed that actually we started tonight not with a full bottle.
Yeah, we had a bottle from last night.
We've not smashed a full bottle of wine yet.
Jane B says, what does mukbang mean? It's a Korean term, and it means eating show. So, I mean, classically, they started as kind of really not very nice things, really, where people would just eat. It was like a challenge. You know, you'd get some little dainty gal or guy sat with a table full of food, and they'd eat it all. And then when we used to watch Cheap Lazy Vegan, the lovely Rose, and she did a mukbang every week, and she would just sit and eat her dinner or lunch and talk and answer questions, and it was lovely. And I thought, that's what mukbang is.
Yeah.
And that's when we started to do them, very, very heavily inspired by Rose.
Yeah, yeah. And also Craig did a few with his family, didn't he?
Yeah.
That were just sitting around the table, having a chat,
Yes.
eating, enjoying food.
Yep. Yeah.
And they were lovely as well, those mukbangs, with No Egg Craig, that is, if you did want to go back into the recesses of No Egg Craig's channel.
Leanne, wine and me aren't friends, 1 glass and I'm an arsehole.
That's brilliant. And Dorcas, 1 sherry and I'm offering people out. That's great. That is great. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to just grab my electric and show people.
Oh, absolutely.
Splendor. You came up with Ibby. I'm open to suggestions, by the way.
Yeah. I want to call her Ibby as a kind of nickname because she's an Ibanez.
Yeah. Yeah, but
she's beautiful.
I'm open to
She's
suggestions.
actually beautiful.
Oh. I'm just going to be careful because it's quite... So I'll just come this way. I'll just do this.
Yeah. Slide in slowly. Oh. Sounds like a sexual challenge.
I know some of you have already seen because
Here she is, boys.
If you follow me on social media.
Here she is, world. Here's Ibby.
So there you go. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Ain't she pretty?
I love it.
She's so pretty.
Been playing a lot more guitar. It's kind of like if any of you that drive, it's like when you get a new car. You've got to take some time to get to know it, to get to feel it, sense it, all of that. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant instrument. Could not be more happy, quite frankly.
I'd put her back in over you.
Put it there for now, be fine. Yeah, just very, very stable and secure. Just leaned up in the corner near the back door. So yeah, I'm really happy. So for anybody that is interested, by the way, Ibanez, fantastic make of guitar. Up in the same leagues, I would say, as Gibson and Fender. And so sold, as Paul said earlier on in the live stream, sold my Washburn 12 string for £180 and put £60 to that and bought the Ibanez. Happy days. Well happy. Yeah, great stuff. So there you go. That's that anyway. Adam, Ibanez, the classic metal guitar. Yeah, it's rocking, to say the least. So yeah, the question is, of course, we've still got 106 in the house. I didn't even notice it. We're way past 100 thumbs up. We're 122 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone.
Guys.
Thank you so much.
You know that's important to us because we want your money, all your money. Don't forget that.
It's all about the money.
That's all we want, your money.
Or just say before about selling my 12 string because we're rolling in it. Do you know what I mean? Rolling it. I could just go out and spend £1,000 on an Ibanez. No, in all seriousness, I've lost my train of thought now. Where were we before you said that? So yeah, I was talking. I think I just said that. Yeah, I sold the Washburn 12 string.
Yes,
and got this. That's where we were up to. I lost my train of thought. Money, gifts, and compliments.
Jacqueline, says, how much you want, Paul? 10p. You should all send me 10p, because all you're worth to me is the money you give me and nothing else. And I know that because Tattle told me. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Imran says, that's a gorgeous guitar, mate. Have you done any power stances in the mirror? Well, funnily enough, Imran, I was actually on my knees upstairs playing it earlier on. So I suppose that's a type of power stance, but it was just a comfortable position to be in, with the layout that I've got with everything in terms of the recording equipment and stuff.
I wish my skin actually looked like it does when we're streaming live in real life.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Well,
so yeah, we've got a fantastic drag brunch. Well, the vegan queens have got a fantastic. Leanne, thank you, darling. Thank you. We've got a fantastic drag brunch coming up on the 20th of May. It'd be lovely. We could pack the place out. Please believe me when I say it will be I think it will be 3 hours long, and we will entertain you for the full 3 hours. Guaranteed. The vegan queens are very good at drag brunches. So we'd love to see you there. And then before that, actually, on the 13th of April, we're doing a Eurovision night we're hosting a Eurovision viewing party in Liverpool at a bar. What's it called?
I have no idea. No idea.
I can't remember.
So, a couple of people have asked. Deneen says, Jason, definitely a rockstar stance. But Alex says, are you going to name your guitar? And I think that's important. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be confirmed categorically this evening on the live stream. It's an Ibanez. It feels like it has more feminine qualities than masculine qualities. I'm not obsessed with gender, but maybe a name that is slightly more gender neutral, perhaps. But any suggestions that anyone's got for my new Ibanez in terms of naming the guitar, I am absolutely open to suggestions. So fire away now, or in a private message, or on the post that I put on social media when I got the guitar, you know, all that stuff. I think it's a tricky one. Ibanez. Names don't come
That's
naturally.
why I said Ibby.
Ibby, yeah. Ibby's all right. I don't mind it. Isabella.
Good night, Jeanette. Love, and thank you so much for joining us.
Night, Jeanette. Take care.
No, because Hilda.
Hilda the Ibanez. There's something strangely fitting about Hilda the Ibanez.
And Hilda's a great name because it reminds me of Hilda Baker, who was just brilliant. Oh, all over Twitter. Oh, I loved Hilda Baker. Such a classic British comedy actress. Brilliant.
Oh, Tracy, that's nice. Leroy just raided the freezer, as men often do when planning dinner, and we're having Aldi quinoa crunch burgers for dinner, so wish we lived near to you to see the Queens and hear Jason live. Oh, nice one, Tracy. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. You never know. You never know.
You never know when the nibbles will bite.
Ah, Adam, Dime after the greatest metal guitarist of all time. Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, I don't know, Adam. Dimes, I'm not sure about that. It doesn't kind of roll off the tongue, does it? I mean, it does if you just say dime. But then if you say dime Ibanez, and that comes after it.
Our new nephew's called Ezra, actually. Jason's sister has had a second child recently. The first one's Oliver. It's lovely. And they've just had Ezra.
I actually quite like Ezra. Ezra the Ibanez. I can't believe I didn't think of that. But then it is my sister's kid.
And then it's like, what about Oliver? If you're going to start naming things after people.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Imran Emery after Dick Emery. Excellent, Imran. Izzy the Ibanez. Ibby, you came up with Ibby. Izzy, yeah. These are all useful. These are all useful. Do you know what I mean? It helps. Adam, a second child.
Send on my sympathies.
You know what? I this sounds harsh, and I do say this slightly tongue in cheek. I have no sympathy for any of yous. I have no sympathy for any of yous. You chose it. You chose the path. You made the decision. You have kids now, and when they're 18, you don't stop being a mum or a dad. I still go to my mum and dad now. I'm 43. I need their help. Mum and dad helped us buy the car. Do you know what I mean? When we needed a new car and it was like really urgent and we were struggling. Do you know what I mean? So once you're a parent, you never stop being a parent. Them's the facts. Ashley, yeah. Self-inflicted, so no sympathy. Bless yous all though for doing it. Do you know what I mean? Bless yous all for doing it, because it's sometimes a thankless task, isn't it? Or at least it feels that way. But it isn't. It isn't. You're bringing up the next generation, and without getting too deep and meaningful, they're the ones that are going to save all of this, because we ain't doing a particularly great job of it right now, are we?
Does anyone remember that beautiful song from? It was actually from Coca-Cola. Years and years and years ago, sung by a bunch of kids. I loved it so much. Do you remember it? I'll sing it for you. I am the future of the world. I am the hope of my nation. I am tomorrow's people. I am a new generation. We've got a song to sing to you. We've got a message to bring to you. Please let there be, for you and for me, a tomorrow. Tomorrow. If we all can live free, there'll be sweet harmony tomorrow. Tomorrow. And we all will be there, Coca-Cola to share. Feeling so real and so true. Feeling so real and so true. Promise us tomorrow, and we'll build a better world for you. Don't remember that? I loved that. That most impacting commercials, that one, and one by BT Open World when internet was first taking off, and it was in like a football stadium, and people were getting up and saying, did anybody go to such a school in 1954? And someone would stand up and go like, Jeffrey, Bill. It was that kind of thing. And the little girl stood up and said, what's this rich cold under my nose? And then a doctor stood up and said, Filtrum. We call this your Filtrum. Really got to me. Oh, and then there was a mother with a baby, and she said, does anybody ever feel really overwhelmed? And all these mothers stood up. Oh. It proper got me though, because it was like, it was about people connecting. It was what the internet was meant to be. It was what it was designed for. It might have been used for a lot of other stuff, but yeah.
Richard says, have seen all your allotment videos. Please keep them coming. Love you too. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for sharing those lovely words. And more importantly, thank you for checking out and watching all of our allotment videos.
There should be another one on Monday. It's quite packed.
Well, we've already filmed part
half
one.
of it on Friday. We'll film the rest of tomorrow.
Yeah. Kat says, yes, I do remember that song.
Wasn't it lovely?
Does it end with, and we'll build a better world for you? Coca-Cola, we'll build a better world for you. Okay.
Promise us tomorrow, and we'll build a better world for you.
Right. So they're asking us to do something, and then they're saying...
the kids are singing.
Ah!
Promise us tomorrow.
Right.
And we'll... That's why it starts. I am the future of the world. I am the hope of my nation. I am tomorrow's people. I am the new generation.
Right.
And we've got a song to sing to you. We've got a message to bring to you. Please let there be for you and for me a tomorrow. Beautiful song.
Oh, Alex, I'm so sorry to read that. It's a risk. It is a risk. Just recently bought a lovely looking F-hole semi guitar from Amazon, and it's crap. The action is so low, it buzzes like mad. Taking it somewhere next week to have some work done.
Oh, that sucks, Alex.
Hope you get it sorted, Alex. You know what? If you get it to a decent luthier or somebody who can actually do a decent job of setting a guitar up, you might end up spending, 30 or 40 quid, but it might be money well spent. Do you know what I mean? This is not perfect, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of fret rattle on the first fret, but when it's plugged in, to be honest, you don't even notice it. It's an absolute powerhouse, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. It's an absolute pleasure to play. I think that's our motto, isn't it? Sticking to fur babies rather than human ones.
Mm-hmm.
Melted, liquefied.
I didn't tell you, Adam, but I heard you being a daddy after Fars.
Oh, yeah.
You went out with the kids, and then I was kind of lagging behind you because I was popping out for a smoke. And I heard you saying, right, single files now, girls, because it was a thin path. And I thought, oh, that was so daddy.
Nice.
It's cute as hell.
Oh, Butcher to Vegan says, I'd like to teach the world to sing Coca-Cola advert. I will always remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that was a beautiful one, actually. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to find the world a home and keep it company. It's the real thing.
Alex makes a very valid point. All those kids have probably got tooth decay now. Wow. Nail, head.
Oh dear.
Barbara loves the allotment vlogs with Mr. Puss Pants the cat. Makes me smile. He brings joy to our lives, doesn't he?
He really
Mr.
does.
Puss
He's
Pants.
such a beautiful. He's a beautiful friend who comes to see us every time without fail. I have some lovely conversations with him. Oh, we have some deep chats, me and Mr. Puss Pants.
I can't promise it, but there's a possibility that if you watch the allotment vlog on Monday, you may see me, Paul, and Mr. Puss Pants all teleport at the same time into the future. And I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to leave it exactly as what I just said. Me, Paul, and Mr. Puss Pants teleporting into the future. There you go. Watch the allotment vlog on Monday and find out. We're just talking nonsense now, or I am anyway.
Adam, talking about changing allotments, watch Monday's allotments vlog. Things might have changed.
Well,
things, outlooks might have changed. Determinations might have changed.
Yeah.
Could I have some more wine, please?
No, I think we're wrapping things up, aren't we?
Well, we are.
There's not much point.
Oh, all right. Oh, God, yeah, I've been on an hour and 40 minutes. Didn't even realise. Forgot we'd been on from 8:30. Thought we'd been on from 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Flanny says, remember what happened in The Fly? You've just referenced Flanny, one of my favourite films of all time, right there. And one of my favourite actors, truth be known. Love a bit of Jeff Goldblum. Oh, that's nice of you to say, Adam. And it looks like you're doing incredibly well with your allotment, aside from obviously the travesty that is the frost ruined tomatoes.
We were very lucky. Well, you'll see on Monday's allotment vlog. I'm not going to say anymore because it's just, yeah. We want you to watch them.
Yeah.
Because we want your money.
Yeah. Oh dear. Alex, do you own any nylon string guitars? Yeah, I've actually got two, although to be honest with you, I'm probably going to sell one of them. I'm not about this now. I've kind of got to that point where I'm like, you know what, if it's sitting there and it's not being used, I would rather somebody else get joy and pleasure from the instrument. And I have got 2 classical guitars upstairs. I've got one handmade Spanish that was very kindly donated to me by a good friend, Alan. And that's sitting up there, and it's just a classic, basic classical nylon strung guitar. And then I've got another one which is a little bit cheap, but it's electric and it's got a cutaway nylon strings, and it's actually quite nice, although it is quite cheap. That's probably the one that I'm going to get rid of at some point soon. So yeah, there you go. Leanne, well, I'm paired up with my 8 times 10B contributions.
You are indeed. You're way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Adam. Well, do you know what? If they feel a little bit of joy instead of so much hate, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope that kind of plants a seed and spreads a little. I want them to feel joy.
Imagine going through life thinking that every single person you come across is unauthentic and has an ulterior motive.
I couldn't.
Imagine going through life living like that. Have a talk with yourself. It's not healthy. Anyway, we've already spent too much time talking about all of that tonight. We've already touched on it several times.
Yeah.
It has been a joy and a pleasure, as always.
We love you, Tattle. Fuck. Honestly.
I've just said we've finished with it.
I just want to say, if you need to be horrible, if that's the only thing that feeds your heart and keeps you going, do have a chat with yourself. And if that's what you have to do, then just do it to us. Don't do it to other people. Because we're not bothered. So hate away. If it feeds your heart, I don't know how.
It doesn't.
If it does.
It doesn't.
But to the rest of you, you beautiful people who come and spend your time with us and have a laugh and have a chat and get involved and part of this bloody gorgeous community here. Thank you ever so much again for coming joining us tonight. Massively appreciated. Definitely the chicken pizza for the win for me.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm on the fence. I think they're both gorgeous.
And you like both equally.
They're both gorgeous in
you
different
like
ways.
Both equally,
yeah, they are. I like them for different reasons. I like the other one because it was saucy and just really nice and plentiful in terms of tomato. But I also like the other one for exactly the opposite. It's kind of stripped back. It's a little bit drier. But you've got those chickenless pieces on there, and they're nice chunky pieces.
Yeah, no, nice and small enough for a pizza though, not too big.
Yeah.
But nice flavour, nice bite, so lovely. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it always.
Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. We hope we've answered as many of them as we possibly could. Allotment vlog on Monday.
Neil's vlog on Tuesday.
Vlog Tuesday, of course. Yeah, and there might be other stuff we don't know. It's a bank holiday weekend. We have got a lot going on.
Massive thank you to Ashley and Leanne, our moderators, who've taken the time to come along again and make sure it all runs smoothly. And we massively appreciate it. Just like we massively appreciate all of you. Just thank you. It's always lovely. And we'll see you next week. Saturday, Friday, Sunday next week will be Friday. In the kitchen and in the lounge, and maybe you could do a little bit of showing in the new guitar. Have you got like a little amp or something?
I could figure something out.
Yeah,
that'd
be nice.
Yeah,
I think.
Come and join us next Friday
9
in the
PM
lounge.
In the lounge,
and we do sometimes, not every Friday live in the lounge, but some Fridays live in the lounge. We'll finish with some type of musical feature. So that might be quite nice. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, we should do.
Great stuff. It's been a joy, as always. Like we say, Paul's already said it. Thank you to all of yous. We're wrapping up. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the shares, the thumbs up, our patrons, all of that.
Love you, mister. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourself and each other. Bye, loves.